Mazda has redesigned the CX-5 for 2026, but not every change is a step forward. If you've stuck with the CX-5 because of its premium feel, sharp handling, and thoughtful design at a reasonable price, the updates for 2026 may leave you disappointed. Mazda has shifted toward practicality, but in the process, the CX-5 seems to be losing the distinct character that made it special. Number 6. The turbo is gone. One of the most surprising changes to the 2026 CX-5 is the complete removal of the turbocharged engine option. Mazda has dropped the 2.5-liter Turbo 4 that many enthusiasts depended on for real performance in a compact crossover. The new generation offers only the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline-4. While it's adequate for daily driving, it lacks the excitement and strong acceleration that made the turbo so appealing. The outgoing turbo produced 250 horsepower and 320 pound-foot of torque, power that made passing and merging effortless. Without it, the 2026 CX-5 loses a major performance edge over rivals like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4. Mazda built its reputation on delivering vehicles that feel great to drive, and removing this engine cuts into that identity. For buyers who chose Mazda for its engaging performance, this is a significant disappointment. Mazda's move seems tied to cost-cutting and simplifying the lineup, but removing the one powertrain that helped the CX-5 stand out feels like a step in the wrong direction. And if losing the turbo isn't enough to raise concerns, the interior changes will make you question the redesign even more. Number 5. Interior design. The 2026 CX-5 receives a fully redesigned interior, and it's arguably the single most disappointing change in the new generation. Mazda has moved away from the elegant, driver-focused cabin that made the previous CX-5 feel genuinely premium and far above its price class. The outgoing model featured a beautifully understated dashboard, rich materials, thoughtful ergonomics, and an interior design philosophy centered on craftsmanship rather than technology. The wood trim looked truly upscale, the metal accents felt solid, and the layout emphasized intuitive controls and clear sight lines. The 2026 redesign abandons that entire philosophy. In its place is a huge touchscreen and a stripped-down dashboard that resembles nearly every other modern crossover. While this direction aligns with current industry trends, it completely discards the timeless elegance that once defined Mazda interiors. Older CX-5 cabins felt special the moment you opened the door. Materials had depth and character, and every surface looked carefully finished. The new interior, at least in press images, appears cleaner and more contemporary, but it no longer delivers that sense of occasion. Instead of setting trends, Mazda is now following them, adopting the same screen-dominated minimalism used by its rivals. Number 4. Mild exterior changes. The 2026 CX-5 receives a refreshed exterior, but the updates manage to feel both noticeable and underwhelming at the same time. Mazda's design language has evolved, yet the new generation doesn't deliver the visual punch that made the previous model stand out so strongly. The front end sees the biggest revisions, including a redesigned grille and a new headlight layout. The headlights are now narrower and more angular, following Mazda's latest styling direction. Along the sides, changes are minimal. The roofline is nearly identical, and the overall proportions remain largely the same. At the rear, Mazda has updated the taillights and subtly reshaped the bumper. Overall, the changes are evolutionary, not revolutionary. And here's the issue. The current CX-5 is one of the best-looking compact crossovers on the market. Its proportions are well-balanced, the body surfacing is refined, and it manages to look upscale without trying too hard. Even after debuting in 2017, the design has aged exceptionally well. The 2026 updates don't meaningfully improve that solid foundation. While the new styling details make the SUV look more modern, they don't elevate its overall aesthetic. In some cases, especially the more complicated grille design, they actually take away from the clean, elegant look that made the CX-5 so appealing in the first place. Mazda seems to be opting for a safe approach, but safe doesn't create excitement. The outgoing model attracted compliments from people who usually don't notice crossover styling at all. The 2026 version is more likely to blend in with the rest of traffic, and the exterior changes are only part of the story. Beneath this mild refresh, the CX-5 is growing in ways that could further dilute its core identity. Number 3. Bigger. and therefore heavier. Mazda is increasing the wheelbase and overall dimensions of the 2026 CX-5. Rear passengers will get more legroom, and the cargo space is growing as well. On paper, these changes solve practical concerns that many buyers have. But with added size comes added weight, and weight is the enemy of sharp driving dynamics. The current CX-5 feels agile in ways that many larger rivals simply don't. It responds quickly to steering inputs, changes direction with enthusiasm, and maintains excellent body control. A big reason for this is that Mazda kept the CX-5 relatively compact and lightweight compared to its competition. Once you increase size and mass, the fundamental driving character begins to shift. The suspension has to work harder to manage body movements. Steering naturally loses some of its immediacy. Acceleration feels a bit less lively. These changes matter, especially to enthusiast drivers who choose Mazda specifically for its more engaging, responsive feel on the road. Number 2. The hybrid still isn't ready. One of the most anticipated features of the 2026 CX-5 is its upcoming hybrid powertrain. But Mazda is mishandling the rollout in a frustrating way. Unlike the CX-50, which uses Toyota's well-established hybrid system, Mazda is developing its own setup for the CX-5. From a brand identity standpoint, this makes sense. Mazda wants a hybrid system that supports its driver-focused philosophy instead of simply chasing maximum fuel economy. The problem is timing. Mazda's in-house hybrid isn't ready for the initial launch. That means the 2026 CX-5 will debut without a hybrid option, forcing buyers into an uncomfortable choice. Buy a gas-only model now or wait an unknown amount of time for the hybrid to become available. This delay is especially disappointing because hybrids are becoming a top priority for compact crossover shoppers. Rivals like Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai already offer strong hybrid systems in this segment. Mazda is essentially asking buyers to take a gamble, purchase the gasoline model, and potentially regret missing out on the hybrid later, or sit and wait with no confirmed timeline while competitors already have proven hybrid options on the lot. And even if you're willing to accept the loss of the turbo, the downgraded interior, the safer styling, the added weight, and the missing hybrid at launch, Mazda still has one more disappointment waiting. Number 1. Pricing. The 2026 CX-5 is getting more expensive, and that's disappointing when so many other updates are already causing concern. The starting price is climbing above the current model's strong value point. The outgoing CX-5 earned its reputation by offering premium materials and great driving dynamics at a price that undercut luxury brands. But the new generation shifts that value equation in the wrong direction. Prices are rising across trims as Mazda makes more features standard. That wouldn't be a problem if the 2026 model delivered major upgrades. But with the turbo engine gone, the interior design diluted. Styling changes kept conservative, added weight, and a delayed hybrid, asking buyers to pay more feels out of touch. Mazda has always appealed to shoppers seeking near-luxury quality without luxury pricing. Higher costs threaten that advantage and push the CX-5 into direct competition with brands that offer more prestige and stronger dealer networks. These increases would be easier to accept if the new CX-5 represented a big leap forward, but many changes feel lateral or even backward. The 2026 redesign marks a turning point for Mazda, shifting priorities from agility and craftsmanship to practicality and trend following. For loyal fans who loved what made the CX-5 special, the new model is a step in the wrong direction, especially as competitors continue improving at a rapid pace.